Hey, what's good, y'all? Fusion here, back with another video. And today I want to do another episode of Why They Work, talking about the Brooklyn Nets. And pretty much what the Why They Work series is just pulling up the team's roster, explaining what they do best, what they can improve on, and how they really just win games. I have done some other Why They Works. They will be linked at the end of the video as well as the rest of my sports content. And also, um, there is a big announcement at the end of the video, so definitely do make sure that you do watch the whole thing. So let's get back into it. We're talking about the Brooklyn Nets, why they work. They are eighth in the East, if I am not mistaken. I can double check that real quick. I want to say that they are eighth in the East. They've had a lot of injuries lately. That's pretty much what their problem has been. Yes, eighth in the East, Brooklyn, and they're actually playing right now. If I'm also not, yeah, they're playing the Mavs. Huh. Okay. Um. So yeah, why they work? I was supposed to actually do this earlier, but they weren't working. They were actually sort of trash. Well, because of injuries with Kevin Durant, as well as halftime player of Kyrie Irving, and Fat Boy James Harden himself. Um, this team just wasn't gelling, and apparently there was some beef during like practice with Kyrie and some of the other guys, and well, James Harden. So that did cause a couple issues there, unfortunately. But they recently just played against Philly, and they just blew them out. Um, and I did do a video on that as well. So that will also be in the sports playlist that will be linked at the end of the video. But let's just talk about their roster, man. A lot of big names on this roster. Well, the Marcus Aldridge, Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin, Kyrie. These are the big names. Ben Simmons. And then you have those people who are just playing great and who should have like their name known. Um, Seth Curry, man, he's just great. He is shooting excellent. People are asleep on his build. He can usually guard like bigger point guards and shooting guards just by his build alone. Um, Defense is definitely not his strong suit, but that shooting, man, he's a very consistent shooter. That that is what they needed on this Nets team, as well as to move their bench around as well, which they have definitely improved on that as well. Goran Dragic, just a point guard, a great point guard, does his job, puts people in the right spots. Will actually shoot that thing too. So definitely a great pickup. Then Nick Claxton, he's a newer guy. I believe this is his second year. I could just be making that up. Anyway, lengthy power forward was actually giving like Joel Embiid some issues because of just his length as well as not being afraid to play hard. Same thing with Andre Drummond. He's actually playing well. He was actually pretty useless on like the Lakers, but he's definitely doing his job right now. Kyrie, great player. James Johnson, great defender, big body, can definitely hold those power forward, small forward guys. Patty Mills, he will randomly just get 30, and he's coming off the bench. Um, then you got guys like Bruce Brown, who is a great slasher guy. He's pretty athletic for his height, as well as he can sneak in and get a couple baskets. But this team will overall just improve when Ben Simmons wants to play, because he will just make the offense flow a whole lot better, having Kyrie playing more of a two position guard than the point guard, as well as letting Kevin Durant just go crazy. Let Seth Curry um, get some spot up threes. Have have Andre Drummond or even will LaMarcus Aldridge pass and cut or pick and roll, pick and pop, easy plays. I like that as well for Ben Simmons, and because of him also starting someone from the other starting, which was Bruce Brown, he can actually play with with like the bench guys and get more of a presence on that bench. So that is definitely a huge improvement to that team. Even though that Kyrie is half on, half off, um, Ben Simmons is a great like replacement, as well as having a Seth Curry who can shoot and score the shoot and score like the ball, so you don't have to just have Kyrie. I mean, have Kevin Durant have to score everything. So that's like a really great thing there. One thing I do want to point out is like their defense. They are very active with their hands. They have a lot of length with Andre Drummond, Kevin Durant, soon to be Ben Ben Simmons, James Johnson. Even though he's not playing, Blake Griffin, they are just active with their hands, actively wanting to win games. Same thing with Bruce Brown and Nick Claxton. You actually see them putting in a lot of effort, and I think that they're gonna win more games than not just because of like their effort. And one thing that is crazy is that they still have Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant can win you games by himself. Kyrie Irving can win games by himself. But having a team that is way more balanced now, way more, adding Seth Curry, adding James Johnson, adding um, Ben Simmons, adding Goran Dragic, just great role players who can do their job perfectly. That is what they needed. And with Ben Simmons again running that point, just making it easier for the two guys. And I'm really excited for. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this team. I think that it's going to be a really fun games to watch from them. Just watching them play is always great. And yeah, it's pretty much everything. And I'm just going to go ahead and run through the leaders of the team stats. I guess Kevin Durant averaging 29, Kyrie averaging 27.7, Andre Drummond averaging 8.9 boards, Kevin Durant 7.3, Aldridge 5.6, free throw percentage 90% with Kyrie. Right behind him is 89.6 with Kevin Durant, and then 87 here with LaMarcus. 64% from the field with Nick Claxton. Right behind him is Day'Ron Sharpe and Andre Drummond. And assists per game, 6 assists per game for Kevin Durant, 5.3 for Kyrie, and 4 for Seth Curry. And the 3-point percentage, 46.6 with Joe Harris, which I actually did forget to name him, but he's out at the moment. Right behind him is Kyrie with 43% and Patty Mills with 41.5. Yes, that's pretty much everything. Again, thank you guys for watching, and the announcement is I will be doing a live stream on YouTube next month. That will be April 15th. I'm not sure what time I would like to start it. It will be late. It will be going into 12 o'clock like Pacific time, because that is when like my birthday is. So definitely do look out for that. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.